I can't believe it, guys. It's been 4 years. 4 long years since I've been running this show. And I gotta say, I am pretty confident and proud of myself that I still do this for a living. Living being a very operatively loose term, but happy nonetheless. I know I missed one last year. Last year was the 3rd year, but at the time I was working a lot more. Then I had a set schedule to really solidify me in a spot that said, hey, you're going to be here forever. This is what you're going to work. So thankfully this rolled in naturally. On a Monday, one of my off days of work, I saw that on my calendar and I'm like, oh my god, it's my YouTube anniversary? How long has it been? Shoot, just like the last second ago I had to look up the anniversaries and I was like, oh god, so do this plus the 4. And I've been doing this for like 4 years. This year is the 4th year of me being a YouTuber. Well, self-proclaimed YouTuber. And I gotta say, I love it. I like it. I will admit, a lot of things, going back on my old videos and just talking about them, I have to say a lot about it. Like a lot. A little too much about them. I think some of them are definitely, I want to forget those kind of videos. Because, optics-wise, they were god-awful. The Shad Man defending him and all that. I don't know what the hell was I smoking those first years of YouTube. Like, why was I defending a man that did so horrible? Kind of like his art. I think that was just complete COVID lockdown gooner brain talking to me. And not have a real job going out in the world. I'm actually like a normal person again. Like an actual stable individual. Well, stable being very loose in air quotes. But actually being a regular person in society. I was like, why did I like this? This was awful. And I mean, granted, at the time that was when his controversies were just light and they weren't the way they were now, just a complete downhill, just downpour. Sheesh. But it's just crazy, Another thing I want to bring up, God, another thing that I would hate to have to mention, all the Ruby shit. I will admit, I completely dropped the balls on that one. Just totally did. Like, I don't know what I was talking about with just hating on Ruby, like the Atlas arc. I mean, in a different timeline where that could have worked. Different timeline. If that would have worked. If I had actual criticism that wasn't just ranting. I mean, some of it was still valid. Some of it was still there. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm just saying this because I hate things. No, like some of it was still true criticism to the heart about the certain character motivations, how certain things were, how things played out, basically. The TLDR after all of that. I'm still believing that the Atlas arc could have been done better. Could have been. Volume 9 was a different change of pace, but the only problem is that we're too far in the end game to really go back. So I'm pretty much just riding on everyone's consensus of we just gotta finish this series of Ruby and then reboot it again. But not back to Beacon days, because I feel like everyone is too heart tied to Beacon days. But this is beside the point. Just hating on Ruby in that one video, saying that Monty's not your shield, because I got tired of hearing the same video slop on my YouTube timeline about people just hating Ruby content and Kruby and all that because of Monty. And it's like, this is not what Monty wanted. This was not what Monty believed in. And it's like, oh god, I'm tired of you using this dead man. I mean, I get it. I love Monty's work. I understand that. I rewatch all of Red vs. Blue and see all his action scenes. I understand that. But I think at that time, I was just tired of just hearing him being like, if Monty was here, Monty would just spit in Kruby's faces. I was still like a D1 Ruby like glazer, and just hearing people just say, keep bringing up Monty as if we knew what he would have wanted for the show going forward. And I'm just like, no, we didn't. The man just wanted to make cool fight scenes. They just threw a plot in between the fights just to get from point A to point B. We wouldn't know how far Ruby would have gone. Hell, Ruby would have just ended at volume 3 if Monty was still alive. Just he would probably work on another project. We wouldn't know. But again, that's besides the point. Other than that, I made a lot of hit and miss videos. Outside that one Danganronpa video that just kept, that was on like less than like 20 seconds. That's still probably my top charting video. Everything I made up to this point have been either mild successful or broke its neck. But I'm not really rushing to get them to be like 1,000 trillion views. That's never really been my case. I never really believed in the whole, if this video doesn't make 4 billion views, then my channel just fell off and is dead. I think I come back to my YouTube studio just to see the views I accumulate over like the weeks and days, and I'm like, oh, that's good. I like that people are still watching it. I mean, I may not be uploading 6 videos that last an hour a day, or making overly edited masterpieces. I just like uploading at my own pace. It's comfortable that way. It's pressure that I don't want to put on myself for validation that I don't really want to put on myself again. I wouldn't say put on myself, but really need it all wholeheartedly. No, I love to make YouTube videos. My 2 dreams that I still believe in openly, despite being an online grocery pickup Walmart associate, is that I still want to be a prominent YouTuber and, unironically, a VA. There's a lot to say about that, to be honest. That's a whole can of worms. The SAG-AFTRA and all of that. Sheesh, my friend is right. No wonder why you don't like watching animes in English dub, because he knows that all the English dub anime VAs are just shite. I mean, half of them are. Not all of them. There's some pretty good ones. It's just that a lot of them just really suck as people, and even more as VAs. But that's besides the point again. I still believe I want to live this life and have this dream. I like the idea of YouTube. Originally, I always thought of it as just an escape, just post whatever on the internet and make instant 3 gazillion views and live the life of a YouTuber. But the longer I got to know it, watch YouTube videos, study them, study other content creators I've been watching for years, not through the eyes of a fan watching, like, say, Markiplier play 3 Scary Games compilation number 444, or watching the overly edited Iceberg videos or Maxor and his Elden Ring compilations, but just studying them as a YouTuber. Like, oh, I need this. Like, how's that? Like, how are they editing their software? Who's their editor? Are they editing themselves? It's kind of weird, like, to think like that now. Before I went and did YouTube, I was always consuming it like like a fan. But now having the belief and dream of wanting to be a YouTuber and some quiet mild success that I am a YouTuber with 200 something subs, 244 subs, it's like, damn, this is actually great. I actually watch this and study and see what they do with their content. What's their editing software? What's preferably the best upload schedules? The weekends, the weekdays, in the mornings and nights? How long does it take for you to work on a video? Like Russian Badger, he mixes his gameplay videos with some of his mocap. Or again, Maxor with his overly edited videos and crazy ass VAs. I just wonder that, when it comes to all of that, it's just the fact I'll try to figure out what's my spot in the YouTube world. Where should I lean towards more? Originally, I was going to be a commentary channel, just talking about the world and YouTube drama and all that. But then, seeing the Senate and seeing any kind of art commentary or any kind of commentary YouTuber literally fall down the absolute toilet, I had to take a quick, immediate no. I couldn't become a commentary YouTuber. I mean, the day that, oh no, and this is another thing, I gotta disavow that whole Hopeless Peaches video, because, oh god, talking to my friend about that in one of our long conversations, is just, I like how a lot of things immediately invalidate my YouTube videos that I made. Hopeless Peaches was one of them. Another example of, damn, my YouTube video just got completely just aged. It aged like spoiled milk, from being the abused to end up being the abuser in the whole Senate drama, because that is a whole other can of worms. Jesus Christ. Good. And then we don't talk about Jar. We don't talk about Just the Robot in this whole thing, because that alone is a A-tier, grade tier lobotomy waiting to happen. I'm talking about self DIY TikTok shop lobotomy. So, being commentary was out of the question now. Or if I tried to be, it would have to be literally better than anyone else. I was thought gaming would have been the way, because gaming wouldn't be a bad idea. I haven't exactly put my toes into gaming yet. Sure, I had a live stream here and there, but that was just to kind of like put my toes in the market. You know, the NSR, you know, live stream, which in your face, Josue, I knew that game was gonna get a sequel. I knew that game wasn't mid. You was talking all that crazy shit about that game. I knew it. I'm sorry. I had to rub it in someone's face right quick because I knew that game was gonna get a sequel because it was hot. No Straight Roads was absolute peak. He will not gaslight me anymore. I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, but haven't really hit the gaming side of YouTube yet. You know, unironically, the one thing that stopped me from being a YouTuber full time was that one Danganronpa video. That one little less than 16 second clip of just like the V3 ending chapter, but just the Danganronpa 2 like ending chapter like vocal on that track, and everyone just loved that video. And I'm like, fuck, I can't make Heat again. That was just like one throwaway meme video. How did that get peaked? You know, I could just make Pete like that again. Which unironically, I thought about being a Danganronpa YouTuber, but shite. What the hell can I cover in Danganronpa? Like every other YouTuber who's far, you know, who pretty much been a predecessor to me, has touched Danganronpas in ways that I can't even describe. What can I do? You know? I mean, I think the only path forward for me would have been my own ranking thing, which I did with my friend, the aforementioned Thafan, or Josue, if we call him. I already did a ranking video with him in the aforementioned Supercut, which I should totally go watch. That was a beautiful moment between me and him. Spent what, three Saturday nights just making a live stream about ranking Danganronpa trials. I love that. Unironically, this is a small announcement, but we are doing a whole Danganronpa character ranking of all the games. Begrudgingly, he's not including Danganronpa 3, the spare/future arc, because he does not want to watch it because he thinks it's trash. And no, believe it or not, begrudgingly, I don't want to say it's trash, but I will say it's wasted potential in a lot of the characters, especially on the future arc side. But that's all I'm gonna say about it. We're still working on it. That's still a work in progress. But stay tuned for that. I'm really happy for that one. That's anticipation in the making. Moving forward, if I were to become a Danganronpa YouTuber, I wonder where will I go with that, you know? I'm trying to make my own playthroughs of all the Danganronpas. Try to make my own live stream of those. You know, like I also toss in Master Detective Archives and the 100 Line Defense Academy. Sure, they may not be Danganronpa titles, but you know, they're still made by my god, my lord and savior, you know, Kodaka. Second to god to my other god, Goichi Suda, which is making another game, which is awesome as hell. I'm sorry, there's been a lot of showcases the last few days, so I've been kind of hype as hell. I think that's just what my general thoughts are when it comes to my channel, you know. It's just that I haven't found the right footing. I think I'm just more lost in the direction, because I don't know what to appeal to the people. I mean, I know that people say I have a good voice, a nice personality. I know that they like my content, let me just talk about stuff. Had one guy who literally remade Coffee Talk, the very first video, said that he wanted a video from me, and that's not even an exaggeration. You know, I know I'm probably too lazy as hell to put it in the video to see it as proof. Well, that, and I respect the privacy of people. But he literally told me that he's been wanting another video because he likes to just hear me talk. I don't know, that just made me just happy in a way. That gave me such a complete feeling of just peace in my world, to have someone say they like to hear me talk on YouTube. Because like, oh my god, I don't know, maybe it's just coming from me. I don't believe that I'm ever really the shit. I'm just like below shit. So when people give me compliments and say that I'm generally a good person or that I'm awesome in some way, I'm just like, I don't believe it. It's so rare for me to believe it. So they tell me that, oh, you're so awesome. I'm like, am I? But I guess to wrap it all up, just to end this video off, because it's been 14 minutes deep, you know, I say truthfully, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, for those who stayed longer than they should, you know, who's dug that out, has been waiting, has been watching my videos, because I've been looking at my analytics and I still be making 20 or something views, not at once, but they be coming up. Thank you guys, truly. I really appreciate it a lot. It makes me happy that you guys go so far and you care. I'm glad that you guys are still noticing my videos and still watching them and still giving them the time of day. I'm glad that you guys do that. This may be just like a small little hobby now, but I'm hopefully, one day truly willing to make this a full-time dream, make this real, make this actually happen, and just keep giving you guys what you guys want, or shoot, at least fulfill my own dreams of actually controlling my life, being like this, or the backup plan being a VA if that ever worked out. People have a nice voice, so that's not a exactly far off dream. But as the finish off of the 4th year anniversary of my YouTube channel, it is I, your lovely host with the most, Crow Kuma, and I appreciate everything you guys have done for me, the support, the views, all of it. I say, let's go for another 80 more years. I know, over exaggerating, but let's keep going until we can't go no more. I'm here to stay, and I'm never changing that fate whatsoever. As long as you guys are here supporting me, I will always be here uploading content. And who knows, it'll get better. I'm like a wine, or at least like a bad tasting soda. Sure, I taste bad now, but you get used to me the longer you keep indulging in it. So keep indulging me just a little while longer. I promise you, all your investments will pay off well enough. But that's going to be it for today. I've been your lovely host with the most, and until then, I bid you adieu. And welcome to the new year for the 4th year of Crow Kuma and his awesome channel.